Here we are, at the end of all things, at the beginning of all things, with a new Starborn about to arise. Do 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 do.
You made it. I hope you're enjoying the view. I never get tired of staring at it. Eternity.
You say that every time.
Do I? Huh. Welcome home, Starborn. As always, the path to a new universe is forward, past me. Or, you could turn around and return from where you came.
No, we're going forward.
As you consider stepping towards infinity, I offer you a glimpse into what will happen to the universe you may be leaving. As the essence of who you are is spread throughout space and time.
Poor Andreja.
Although you leave this universe behind, a new universe awaits you. Who will you be in this one? What choices will you make?
We're about to find out. I love the music in this game. What are you doing? Can you calm down, Blanca? Go sit down somewhere. That's technically the end, but also the beginning. Because now we've gone through the portal and we get to do a new game. I don't remember if you can actually skip the credits here or not. Oh, you can. You can just hold down and it scrolls faster. Lots of talented people working on this game. What's up, Shiny? Okay, you are not supposed to be on the desk, honey. Now it lets me skip. She's being a naughty girl right now. What are you doing up here? You're not supposed to be up here. You're not supposed to be up here. Get down. No, you're spicy. Come on. Go on. All right. Welcome to the Starborn genetic modification line. Do we want to make any mods? Keep that. We'll keep all of that. I'm happy with the face. I might change the hairstyle. Got the shag going on, man. Let's start at the beginning and see what we got here. Yeah, we're getting up there now. I don't mind that. Ooh, a little frosty blue with white. I can dig it. Doesn't look good in the beard format, though. Sorry, he might have to go no beard. No, I like the beard, but man, I can't. I don't like the colors of the beard with the streaks. That's a little too much. It looks cool for the hair, but not for the beard. Hmm. Like we can do that. What is this right here? Like, yeah, I could do that. I'm fine with the eyes. Traits. Do we want to take the same that I took last time? Yeah, I think so. Blanca. Do I need to put you outside? You're being a naughty girl. She might be going to her bed right now. Maybe. Alright. Make sure he has a pink wig. Background, soldier. Actually, you know what? Can I change my background? Or is the background set from the very first time I went through? Yeah, I think the background is set. Like, I think you have to stick with the background. It's been a while since I've played. So, I think it's because I started as a soldier, so. Okay. One small set. It's the only mission I have. I've been reborn in a new universe. I should head back to the lodge and see if I can pick up on the trail of the artifacts.
Unregistered starship. We're detecting... Well, it's what we're not detecting that's an issue. What's powering that thing? You know what? Just hold still while we do the contraband check. Scan complete. No contraband detected.
That's
You're
right.
cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
Thank you very much. I will go straight to the lodge. Thank you very much. Yeah, did we finally get a release date for Marvel's Wolverine game? Is that a legit release date or is that a rumored release date? Hang on, I'm opening this up. I might have to check this trailer out later on today and do a reaction video to it. We do get it. There is a new trailer out that just dropped today. It's about 2 minutes long with a fall 2026 release date. Oh, it looks good. I love Wolverine. That's gonna be fun. That's next year, though. Yeah, the State of Play was today, correct. I hope it's good though, and not like I've enjoyed the Marvel games, but at the same time, they're usually a little too comic booky. So I'm hoping the Wolverine game actually has some, because it's an adult character. It'd be great if they actually make that a more adult game. Hey, hey, hang on. I gotta let this cat out, and then I will be right back. Liam McIntyre's done some really fun characters. I really loved his character in Jedi Survivor. Or was it Jedi Fallen Order? It was Jedi Fallen Order.
I can assure you this unprovoked attack on a United Colonies research facility will not go unanswered. We'll get you settled into your new assignments as soon as possible. For you, Bobby, that includes meeting your new foster parent.
My parents aren't dead. They just took a different shuttle. I'll see them when they get here.
Oh, well, of course, that's sure possible. We'll just...
Helena Chambers, ID SSCOM 1327 HCHA. I was the station administrator. I'll need to report to MAST ASAP for a full debrief. My treatment thus far has been entirely unacceptable.
Any authority you had was forfeit the moment House Varoon zealots breached the station's perimeter, and you failed to initiate proper evacuation protocols. Thank you for your service. We'll find you a new position commensurate with your experience. And Mr.
Even help with some repairs so I could do an emergency jump home.
Yeah, the Wolverine game's gonna kick ass.
In any event, you all must be exhausted. Just give me a moment to coordinate some details with security. I am really in the middle of something.
Does that woman have any idea who I am?
Any idea who I am? Well, who are you?
She can't do this to me.
Hey, I've never been in a battle before. Everyone kept telling me to keep my eyes closed, but it's kind of hard to do that when you're running. At first, I thought it was ecliptic mercenaries shooting at us, but it wasn't. It was these other people yelling about serpents and stuff.
Galaxy's a tough place, kid.
Is that really an appropriate thing to say to a child? Anyway, I'm fine now. I hope my parents don't take too long getting here.
What?
May
No,
I help
just,
you?
go away.
Guess you caught some of that, huh? The galaxy is at peace and somehow seems more dangerous than ever. Spacers, House Varoon, Crimson Fleet, everyone trying to grab their piece.
Yeah, there was a
What happened in the
PlayStation
early
State
days,
of Play
huh?
today.
When we just float through
yep,
the stars and dream.
But I haven't watched it yet, Kat. But we did. I just was happy to pick up my phone and it pinged me that there was a Wolverine trailer and that the Wolverine game had a release date for next year. So I'll probably check out some trailers later today. Maybe get some reaction videos up. We'll see. Some of us are still dreaming.
Well now.
What's up, Babylonia?
You don't know how glad I am to hear you say that. I'm right here with you, my friend. How can you not look up to the cosmos and just be overwhelmed by its beauty? So much possibility, so much hope, even despite recent events.
So you've run into the Crimson Fleet too, huh?
Yep, that I have. Had to dump a load of cargo just last year. Microscopes. Can you believe that? Guess you can sell anything these days. Pirates are a tricky lot. In space, they're all about the hit and run. You jump in, steal your stuff, and get out of there fast. Keep your cool, and you can generally talk your way out of it, so long as you're not too attached to your valuables. Stumble upon them planetside, though, and their trigger fingers get much itchier.
Itchy, itchy. And you are?
Ricardo Bosch. I was the lead researcher on the station that got attacked. It was business as usual until those House Varoon crazies swarmed in, spouting their scripture or whatever it was. Even the Marines were overwhelmed. Honestly, I'm just lucky to have made it out of there in one piece. We all are. Now, I just want to get back to work. Where is that woman? Goodbye.
If my shift goes long again, my girl is gonna kill me. You didn't hear this.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving.
The factions use them sometimes. Freestar Collective and UC both. It's why they give them a wide berth. Ask me, those murdering assholes should be blasted into space dust.
Space dust. Space dust.
Okay. No bounty. You're clear. Enjoy your visit.
Thank you very much. I never get tired of that view. It has been a while, my friend. Your dreams from stars to stars. Trident Luxury Lines, a universe of leisure.
Saw your ship come in. Nice ride.
That's right. You want me to take you for a ride? Yeah.
One day, I'm gonna leave New Atlantis for good. I'm so excited to see Tony after work.
How's it going?
Oh, hi there. I'm doing great. How about you? Glad to hear it. Yeah, life is good, isn't it?
It is.
I've been trying to save up enough money so that I can go explore the settled systems with my boyfriend, Tony. I think we're finally getting close.
No offense, but you look a little... I'm not going to be rude. Why are you wanting to leave Atlantis?
Tony and I want to see what else is out there. I love my job, but there has to be more to life than just being a janitor in New Atlantis. What about you? Have you gone on any adventures?
Oh, enough for a lifetime.
That's amazing. I'm so jealous. One day you'll have to tell me and Tony all about them, okay?
Sure.
Sometimes I wonder if me and my boyfriend spend too much money on Terra Brew. But somebody's got to drink it, right?
I agree. You do look a little tired.
Really? Well, I guess you're right. I'm feeling a bit run down. I really love my job, but it's hard work and long hours. I could definitely use a Terracino from Terra Brew right now.
I can get you one. No trouble.
Really? That's so sweet. I really appreciate it.
Do I have any money to actually do that?
See you around.
I don't know that I have any credits yet. Yeah, I have 0 credits. Sorry, not getting you a brew yet.
Wish that bartender at the viewport would stop complaining to security. I don't know what she lost, but she won't get it back by annoying us.
That's a mission. Welcome back to the lodge for the 3rd time. This is my 3rd, well, I guess it's the 3rd iteration of this character, because I did the first playthrough, then I did the second playthrough, and then I went through, at the very beginning of this stream, we went through again, and we got reborn. So this is the 2nd level of New Game Plus. It's the 3rd iteration of this character.
Hello. Again.
Oh, buddy. Figured we'd see each other again. Maybe not that soon, though.
Yes, I'm enjoying these little encounters, personally. I knew you entering the Unity would start to change things. And here we are, another new event. Maybe this isn't even the first time you've come to the Lodge and found things a little different. Here, take Constellation's artifacts and charts. I can't wait to see what happens next.
No, I'm not really getting anything prepped or anything. I just had a desire to play Starfield today. I loaded the game up about a week ago to do the Corvette build versus shipbuilding video for No Man's Sky and Starfield. Bubbalonia's been streaming it. Hector's been not streaming, but Hector's been playing it, talking about it in chat. Bubbalonia's been streaming it. And I was like, this morning, I woke up. Last night, I actually kind of wanted to jump in and play for a little bit. And then this morning, I was like, I wouldn't. So that's what we did this morning. We streamed for about 3 hours. And then I had this character already ready to go to jump through the Unity and start a new game. So I was like, I'm just going to do that this afternoon instead of playing Borderlands 4. So tomorrow morning, we'll be back in Borderlands 4 tomorrow morning. But this morning, a little bit of Starfield. This afternoon, a little bit of Starfield. Then tomorrow, we'll be back to Borderlands 4. And then looks like Titan's Quest 2 has an update getting ready to drop. I've got some more. Over the next few days, I'm going to work on some more Path of Exile 2, probably, possibly. And then on the 29th, we've got a new Aliens game dropping, so I'm going to be trying that as well. So, all right, I got some artifacts. I don't burn out. That is not an issue for me. Alright, we can get the cappuccino now, I think. I have to find a Terra Brew.
Your file says you have
Hang on, what are you trying
background. Well, don't embarrass your old outfit. Stay out of trouble.
Yeah. Question is, where can I buy? There's the Terra Brew. Yeah, I can't fast travel there yet, so I think we just need to go back down. Yes, it does. That's actually why that's where this character picked up at when I logged in this morning. This character was in the middle of exploring Shattered Space from a New Game Plus perspective when I played last year. If Bubalonia is still in chat, I'm pretty sure Bubalonia has already ran Shattered Space through New Game Plus mode. So he can probably answer better than I can, because I haven't done the full clear of Shattered Space with New Game Plus, but I did do a partial clear of Shattered Space with New Game Plus. That's where this character got left off last year, because I was playing through the replay immediately after the first playthrough, and then got busy with new releases, so moved on to other things. Where the heck is that Terra Brew? Oh, I'm at the wrong place, that's why. Transit station. That's over by the spaceport. Isn't there one over here? Dawn's Roost, Chunks, Residential. There's a Terra Brew over here, though. Over here. There it is.
Hey there.
Outland's used to people like us.
So the hardware is worth the trip?
Best in the settlement systems.
Wow, you look completely different.
It's me.
Don't be nervous. You got this. As you can see, traffic is good. The
Okay.
sales keep
What did she want? Terra Brew Cappuccino.
Thanks for choosing Terra Brew. Hello and welcome to Terra Brew. How may?
Yes.
Certainly.
And the
Please take your
sales
time.
invest
I would like a cappuccino, sir.
didn't dip at all when the second store opened.
Impressive.
Times change.
Been looking for you. Let's talk.
What's up?
I'm glad I finally caught up with you. I'm from the Trackers Alliance. We have a proposal for you.
I know. You've been trying to find me to invite me to the Trackers HQ.
Yes, that's... I won't ask how you know. Clearly, Agent Number 1 sees something special in you. Maybe this is related. Anyway, go to the headquarters in Aquila City and speak with them if you wish to join.
Consider it. If I show up, you'll have your answer.
I suppose we will. I'll be heading out soon if there's nothing more. Remember, Trackers Alliance HQ in Aquila City. Speak to Agent Number 1.
Bubblini just said it does run in New Game Plus. This is speaking in regards to Shattered Space, and supposedly has unique lines for it, but I don't recall any offhand. The biggest shock for me was that Barrett also hears Anasco, so if you didn't run with him last time, bring him. Yeah, that would be my objective next time if I play through with him, is to bring Barrett, because I obviously went through with Andreja as my romance companion. Actually, the first playthrough I went through, I had Sarah, because I was married to her. Then the New Game Plus that I was going through with, I had Andreja with me, but I didn't finish it. And then third time, whenever, if I ever get around to doing that again, I will go through with Barrett, because I'd love to see that kind of stuff. Because he's a little bit of a Starborn. It is Starfield's 6-string therapy. It is indeed. What's up, United?
Another day, another credit. I have a feeling today's going to be a great day. Don't you agree?
Sure. Here's that Terracino you asked for.
Oh, thank you so much. Soon I'll be coursing with bountiful energy. I'll be the most enthusiastic janitor in New Atlantis. Here, take this. I found it while I was cleaning. I figured you might find a use for it. Thanks again. I really appreciate it.
What did she give me? A med pack.
Take care.
Alright, now I was given 20,000 credits. Don't have any weapons yet, which is the downside. I do have, well, I have a sword, but melee? I don't have any goodies yet. Although I will admit that looks pretty badass. A little bit of cyberpunk vibe going on here. Space Ninja! I'm not gonna do those quests. What else do we have? Talk to the bartender at Viewport.
Sergeant Yumi's looking for reliable people to help the guard. Contact him if you're interested. We'd all appreciate it.
Sounds like a plan.
Hope life is treating you well. Let me know if I can get you anything. Hey there. Always nice to see a new face. First time in New Atlantis?
Nah, come here all the time.
Nope, sorry. Can't pull one over on me. I'm good with faces, and I don't recognize yours. Go ahead and make yourself comfortable, new guy. Let me know if there's anything I can get you.
Business seems to be booming for you.
Yep. Spaceport traffic keeps me pretty busy. But just between you and me, I've got something in the works that'll change everything. A new drink that'll make this place famous, galaxy-wide.
Well, I'll have to give it a try.
You would love it, I guarantee. Only, I can't make you one right now. Don't have the ingredients. I made a deal with a hauler to bring me some small samples of an ingredient I think will make all the difference. But it never showed up. Turns out the guy I hired was also hired by a few other folks. The kind of folks who ship less than legal cargo. Security got wind, and the whole lot was impounded. Now they're just sitting on it, taking their sweet time like they always do. It's killing me.
Well, I'm sure whatever it is, we could concoct a perfectly good substitute.
That's a nice offer and all, but I kind of want to keep this proprietary. Secret, even. No offense. And really, I'm not even certain this is what I need to finish the recipe. I think it is. I need to get my hands on that cargo.
Sounds like you need a helping hand.
I really do. It's gonna keep me awake nights if I don't try. Before we say anything else, I am in no way asking you to do anything that might violate any of the many, many laws in place here in New Atlantis or the larger United Colonies. This is just one friend talking to another friend, asking if maybe that friend could possibly find a way to get her important cargo out of the impound. And if, hypothetically, that were done in a less than 100% legal way, well, that might not be the worst thing in the world. You, with me on this?
I'm good. Sure. Whatever I can.
God, you have no idea what a relief this is. I'm obviously not expecting you or anyone to go in guns blazing and taking hostages or something. I just figure there has to be a way to get what I need.
Well, I think we're gonna take a look, figure something out.
I'm not worried. I'm annoyed. Wait, are you saying I should be worried? No, of course not. It'll be fine. Totally fine. I trust you.
All right.
I'm
Get what you
obviously
need.
not expecting you or anyone to go in guns blazing and taking...
Okay. Any information to go off?
I know a few things, but not much. The cargo is being held down at the spaceport, not in the security office. Still, they use the same access cards. If you had one, it'd work. How or why you would have a UC security access card is none of my business, of course. I'm sure I'm better off not knowing. Beyond that, the ship decks over there might also be able to get in. I don't know any of them, or I'd be talking to them instead of you. No offense.
Not a problem.
See you around.
Okay. Heading over here. That was creepy sounding. What was that?
A diplomatic visa? You got to be kidding me. Invoice haven't needed diplomatic visas since the colony war.
The law's the law, sir. And that one's still on the books. New Atlantis Security Charter 2308 Addendum, Article 2, Section 8.
Ludicrous. You made all that up. There is no such addendum. The war ended almost 20 years ago. I am Representative Evans Chisholm of the Freestar Collective. I've been coming here for months trying to ensure continued peace.
I don't make up the laws, Representative. I just enforce them. You have a good day now. Someplace else. Have a good one.
Can't you see I'm dealing with something?
What's that about? Guards seem to have some issues.
Did you not hear? They won't let me enter the city. Me, a political envoy who comes here constantly trying to help prevent another war. And this is the thanks I get? They won't let me enter without a diplomatic visa? Ridiculous.
He's almost got the Belter accent. Almost. And this is making me salivate for the Expanse game that's coming from Owlcat. Anyone that can help, I can go talk to them for you.
Oh, really? And here I am biting your head off. Apologies. I'm just, well, rather flustered. Look, if you have time, could you please go to the Freestar Collective Embassy and speak to a diplomat? They'll know what to do.
My pleasure. Good deed for the day.
Thank you. I'll wait here until the embassy sends the cavalry. Not like I have much choice.
Alright. We will do that in a bit. Hey, do I already have... I do not, apparently, already have my rover. I think you have to buy it, maybe. Can't remember. I'm assuming I have to buy it because I don't see it on the landing pad.
Hey, this really isn't a good place for civilians to be hanging around. There's something I can help you with?
Yeah, you've got some cargo that was impounded. I need to take a look.
Yeah, I can't really just let you in there.
Alright, I don't think I have any points of persuasion. You know, I know you have to keep some people out. I admire someone who respects the rules.
Well, that's... thank you.
No reason for us to have a problem, is there?
I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here. Alright, look, don't tell anyone I did this for you. Could lose my time.
It's 20K? Alright, thanks, Bubs.
If anyone asks, I had nothing to do with this. You got it?
I could not remember.
Right, make it quick, will you?
Thank you for that. Should I steal it? Nah, I'll be a good boy for now.
Hope life is treating you well. Let me know if I can get you anything. Hey there, new guy. Good to see you again. Can I get you something?
I have a present for you.
Oh, no way. You really got it? I probably don't want to know what you did to get this, right? I mean, I want to know, but it's maybe better if I don't.
Don't worry, no one died.
I certainly hope not. This is a huge deal to me, but it's not worth either of us murdering over. Well, look, I can assure this will all be worth it in the end. Matter of fact, I'm going to let you have the first ever sample. On top of that, you get free drinks. Not like unlimited free drinks, but you want a little pick-me-up now and then? I got you covered.
Sounds good to me.
I need some time to work on what comes next. But this was the difficult part, I think. Really, thank you so much.
All right.
Stop by anytime you'd like to catch up.
I might. All right, I need to go talk to the embassy diplomat.
Hello.
Did I watch the Sony State of Play? Nah. I'll check out the trailers that look interesting to me later on today, tomorrow. The Wolverine one I definitely am interested in, for sure. But that's also like next fall. Like I'm not someone who gets hyped about games that are a year and a half away.
You see that scientist out in front of Mast, staring at trees, sounds upset? Whatever it is, it can't be that bad, right?
I joke with the year and a half thing because they technically said it's a year out, but there's always delays and stuff. I'm more excited about games that are launching 3 months from now that are already locked in that aren't going to potentially get delayed. Like whatever happened to the Blade game, right? There was supposed to be a Marvel Blade game as well. Never heard anything about that for the last 2 years.
Only those with an appointment are allowed inside the embassy. Welcome to the Free Star Embassy. Is there something I can help you with?
Representative Chisholm was being held at the spaceport by UC Security.
Typical UC security. They try to bully us every chance they get and still manage to play the victim. I'll get this squared away with the folks down at the spaceport. Thanks for letting us know.
Wonder if I need to go back and talk to that guy or not. Talk to the scientist by the tree.
Something to report.
They say they don't need a program.
Gallon every port. Some are tall and some are short, but no one serves the suds like my Nissa. You know, I was watching a replay of your Outer Worlds stuff the other day, Babylonia. I'm so ready for the second one. Next month is going to be a good month. It's going to be fun. I cannot wait for the second season of Fallout 2 in December, man. It's going to be such a good first season.
I'm sorry, I really can't afford to be distracted. I need to get to the bottom of this.
Something wrong? You sound concerned.
Yes. Concerned is an understatement. I work for the scientific division of MAST. I've been studying this tree for quite some time, and it appears to be exhibiting some worrying signs. Are you familiar with this particular specimen? Do you understand its importance? Look, I have a lot of work to do here. If you're just going to gawk, I'd ask that you move on. If you can actually assist me, however, I would appreciate it. I don't normally solicit help from random passersby, but it seems an exception is necessary. Would you be willing to retrieve some additional data for me?
Sure.
Well, thank you. That's unexpected. There's a series of biosensors I've placed in various locations around New Atlantis, all calibrated to gather pertinent information. They've been running for long enough that I think it's time to collect and analyze their findings. If you would bring them to me...
Yeah, watch parties would be cool. That's right, Transcend. A little bit more. I didn't quite get it out of my system this morning, so I figured, what the hell? I was already ready to go through the Unity, so I played for about 20 minutes offline this afternoon just to get myself right to the Unity. And then I started the stream, went through it, started a new playthrough, and then I'll just let this thing sit here. And if they announce a DLC, we'll be prepped and primed and ready to go. Oh my goodness! I'm gonna have to go make an espresso, I think. I had a shot before I sat down. It is not enough. I'm an hour in and I'm not feeling squat.
No, I'm not feeling that bad.
We have an appointment. You're seeing the doctor. That's it. She agreed that you need to take care of yourself. I know it's tough, honey, but a lot of times the earlier
Oh my goodness.
You don't.
No morning coffee. You have to wait 5 hours. No! Sacrilege! Coffee is actually the one thing that I am not allowed to go low on. I inadvertently, so I'm the one who's in charge of the coffee orders, and we just get our coffee through Amazon. And I inadvertently, in the stress of dealing with the 2 cats that passed earlier this year, I had a month where I forgot to order coffee on time. And we woke up one morning and there was no coffee, and Chris was not happy at all. Had to make an emergency run to the
One quiet day. Not too much to ask for.
supermarket,
Yeah.
find a bag. I finally met one of my wife's split personalities, right? Where's my coffee? Oh, this is up in the tree. I got another one too, Transcend. It ain't the only one. Great Cat says I never want to encounter my wife's uncaffeinated alter ego ever again. It was a bad time. Correct.
Hey, are you looking for eggs too? I've only found one so far, but I want to find more before anyone else does. So if you see some, can you tell me?
Yeah, she was not happy with me that morning. It was a bad day. Looking for biosensors, not eggs.
Okay, well, if I see any of those, I'll tell you. And you can tell me if you find any eggs.
It's one of the
Miss Sang
few
over
times
at
I've
UC
seen my wife
Distribution
grumpy.
bought the one I found, and she said she might buy more if I can
She
find
was
it. I could really
not
use the
happy.
credits.
Coffee. Yep, I'm still on Borderlands 4. 2 episodes just came out today. There'll be another episode out later today, and I'll be streaming it again tomorrow morning. Alright, come over here, lady. Hello? Can I ring the bell? No, I took the bell. My bad. Didn't mean to take your bell, lady. Shit. Here, let me put that back. Sorry. My bad. If you're just gonna stand
I'm
over
afraid,
here.
due to recent legislative action, I'm no longer able to allocate ships. I can, however, deal in general goods. Welcome to UC Distribution. Now, before you say a word, I am required to inform you that formal complaints cannot be filed until the customer feedback system is back online. I have been told it'll be up and running in 2 weeks, but you know how these things are. I am sorry for any potential inconvenience. Also, if you're here about a corporate account, I've been assured that deliveries will be back on schedule soon.
You got an egg from a kid recently? I'd
Who,
like to
Jordan? That kid's in here every other day with some random thing he found. Trying to get credits. Yeah, I took pity on him. Why, what is it?
What was your question this morning, Coda? Alright, it's sensitive scientific equipment. Very important.
Oh, really? Well, you can have it back for what I paid for it, plus a little extra. Let's call it a convenience fee, shall we?
Sometimes the TikTok chat doesn't filter through to my Streamlabs, so whatever question you asked this morning, feel free to re-ask it. Pay 100 credits. Here you go.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Yeah, I'm about to go ask if I can have an espresso delivered, because I know Chris is in the kitchen. I'm gonna see what he has for sale, because I might want to buy a gun. I don't want to do any pistols. No. No. I'm not gonna. No, it's all too expensive. Pass.
You're always welcome back, if you don't mind a bit of a
armor
wait.
you got there. Almost puts the Marines to shame. Almost.
You have a nice day now.
They were gonna give our son to a different family. We made it back just in time.
Bobby mentioned he met you. He's had quite the adventure.
We're finally back with our son. That's all that matters.
Oh, this is the kid who said his parents were lost in the ship and no one believed him. Yeah, what's up, dude?
Hey, it's you again.
So you've met your new step-parents.
You would think that. What is with adults? These are my parents. I told everyone they just got on a different shuttle, but nobody would listen. We're just exploring New Atlantis. We have a new apartment. This place is amazing. Anyway, it was nice to see you again. Maybe I'll see you around. And don't forget my birthday. It's June 11th.
He's quite something, our Bobby, isn't he?
Yeah, you guys are definitely something.
Keep it moving.
This space is a
What's up, Doc?
I really do need that additional data. I need all of the biosensors if the data is to be of any use.
Got you covered.
So you do. Wonderful. I'll just take these, and we'll see what they have to tell us. All right, we'll just upload the data. Give it a moment. And just another moment.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
It is working, isn't it? Ah, there it is. What a relief. Now, let's see. This is... Well, it's... Oh my. Oh, let's see.
I'm actually gonna adjust something here really quick. Oh, I actually do have the music turned down a bit.
My concerns were valid all along. Well, there's good news and bad news.
I've not watched the trailer
The good
yet, no,
news
Ralph.
is
It's
that
on
my
my list to
suspicions
watch
were
later
correct.
today.
There is something wrong with the tree. I will report my findings to Mast immediately with no small amount of satisfaction. The phrase, "I told you so," may even be uttered more than once.
Hopefully they'll start to take botany more seriously. It's vital to humanity.
Yes, I must admit it feels good to be vindicated. People can be so stubborn when it comes to plant life. It takes a botanist to truly understand that the well-being of plants is directly tied to the well-being of humans. But I digress. Let's get back on track.
The bad news, as it were, is that the internal composition of the tree is changing. In this particular case, the tree is now regularly emitting ultra-low frequency sound waves. They're nearly imperceptible now, but they're growing in strength. This is something we've never observed before. Depending on how large these waves grow, consequences for the city could be disastrous.
Consequences?
I must consult with my colleagues in Mast at once. Thank you for your assistance. I hope these credits are adequate compensation.
I'm always happy to take your credits. Dun, 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 dun. Check in on Kelton later. Well, it's later.
Thank you for your help retrieving the biosensors.
Well, okay, I don't know how long later is going to be, but that's fine. Let's go talk to Sergeant Yumi before I do that. Alright. Had to feed the cats. So, they are getting their food. Chris is making an espresso. Is tonight Wednesday night or Thursday night? Is tonight Enshrouded? Tomorrow's Enshrouded. Okay. Had a momentary. That's repetitive grammar. A momentary moment of panic. It's like, wait, is tonight Enshrouded? No, that's tomorrow night. I'm looking forward to the Titan Quest 2 update. They haven't said when it's coming out yet, though. They just tease it on their Steam page. Had a lot of fun with Chapter 1. Yeah, caffeine is caffeine, Transcend. That's the only thing that matters. I have Earl Grey stashed, which I use to make sun tea, but it also does in a pinch. There are times that, like, when I want to play Lotro at night with my brother and his kids, it's like, I don't necessarily want a coffee, but I can have a glass of tea, and it's a slight jolt, but not enough to keep me up all night.
Well, hello. You hear about the job by any chance? The officer over there can help you with any bounty issues.
I am here. I saw the sign outside.
You did, huh? Gotta admit, I was against the sign at first. Felt cheesy, you know? Like we're hiring a dishwasher or one of those dancing clowns. But here you are. Can't argue with effectiveness. And if nothing else, New Atlantis security is just that. Effective. When we're fully staffed, that is. But we're not. Long story. And need some help. You interested?
I am.
Well, first things first, I have to ask. Do you have any security experience at all?
Sure. Totally. I was head of security for the Astro Lounge on Neon for like 8 years.
Oh yeah? And I'm the CEO of Galbank. Look, I can appreciate a wise ass, but if I catch you lying for real, we're going to have a problem. Well, I think I've heard all I need. Your first assignment couldn't be easier. Go to Mast and check in with Agent Plato at Aegis. There was a package left at a dead drop, and they need UC security to handle it. He'll fill you in on the details.
All right.
Let me know if you have any questions.
I'm gonna skip that at the moment because that leads to a faction quest, right? Yeah, those all lead to... Yeah, I'm not gonna do that yet. Let's go investigate the brownouts in the well. How many credits do I have now? 37,000. I mean, I could probably get to the point where I can afford a cheap gun, but I'm gonna try to use only the Wakazi sword I have until I really need something. I don't want to spend money. Supper sounds like a plan, Lady Atara. I had bowl of cereal a couple hours ago, I think. Then I had an espresso before I started with milk, and I'm about to have another espresso. Cats just had dinner. It's 5 o'clock. I'll probably eat something. I'll probably have like a...
How are you doing?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna cook some chicken nuggets tonight. And have chicken nuggets and salad. Or I might have sardines and salad. Or like a tuna salad, maybe. Something easy. I don't. Oh, I know what I had for lunch today, though. I had a big old bowl of Chris butchered a duck the other day and made duck soup stew. So I had that for lunch, but that was at like noon. I am getting hungry. Why'd you have to mention dinner? Now I'm hungry.
It's been a pretty good year after all.
And now I'm hungry. I need food.
Keep this stay short, okay?
I wish I could do the Bobcat Goldthwait voice. That'd be fun.
There are always about a million
I have
things
to
do,
practice.
and I'm only one person. It's so overwhelming.
Hey! Oh, you're not Carl. Sorry. I shouldn't assume. Maybe you go by Carl. You're just not the Carl I was waiting for. We're supposed to be investigating a power drain down here. People have been reporting brownouts for a while, and Mass finally decided to follow up on it. I can't be in two places at once, and Carl isn't here. So I'm just trying to look inconspicuous.
Yeah, we bought. So we found out. We're finding out the things that our grandniece doesn't like eating. So we bought chicken nuggets because what kid doesn't like chicken nuggets, right? That kid doesn't like chicken nuggets, which I'm okay with because I like chicken nuggets. So I told Chris, I was like, well, if she's not gonna eat the chicken nuggets, I'm gonna eat the chicken nuggets. So I've got a whole bag of frozen chicken nuggets that I'm gonna be munching on for the rest of the week, and I have no problems with that at all. I like chicken nuggets with some homemade honey mustard sauce, or some barbecue sauce, hell, even just a little bit of ketchup. I'm fine with that. But what I've been doing...
You still with me?
Had some 2 nights ago, too. I just load up a salad with some Italian dressing and a big handful of chicken nuggets, and I just heat them up in the skillet. No oil or nothing. I just heat them up in the cast iron. I know, a kid that doesn't like chicken nuggets. You know what else she doesn't like? She doesn't like pancakes. She doesn't like pancakes. She doesn't like chicken nuggets. She is a fiend for fruits and vegetables. She did not like... What did we make the other day? She likes eggs whites, but not egg yolks. She likes steak. She likes chicken. But I would say probably 80% of her diet is fruit. She loves fruit and veggies. So like cucumbers, like she's got a weird, like, no pancakes and no chicken nuggets.
Well, since you're here and Carl isn't, and I really want to get this solved, I will take you up on that. What I need isn't very technical. I can talk you through it remotely. I'm gonna head to the monitoring station. The first box we're looking for is over near UC Surplus. You know, Antonio's place. I can contact you once you get there.
Alright, okay.
I used to know someone who mined on Sidonia. At this, they came back with red eyes.
What?
Well,
yeah.
What can you do?
Yes, please, thank you.
So I've got some news for you. My partner and I, we're expecting...
Always nice to see a fresh face around.
That's it. Great job. So that trip to Secondary Breaker, and that goes to... Oh, wow, really? They wired it like that? Jeez, okay. Okay, got it. Next one is way down past Jake's, and maybe up a story or two? It's a bit of a hike. Sorry.
I'm not gonna be stuck in this place for long. All I need is a grace.
and I'll turn it into a break. You'll see.
It's a quaint shop, isn't it? I like it here.
I've got limited resources. Try not to.
Thank you, baby. Ooh, and I even got my special Bard cup from Atomfall. Oh. I'm about to order a bulk of my own merch, by the way. I was waiting until I got some more campaigns up, but I think I got enough campaigns now. I'm going to order a couple $100 worth of my own swag, get it shipped down so I have a bunch of t-shirts and coffee mugs and stuff. I need my grown-ass man playing video games. My wife is a paid actress.
Wow, that watch is super cool.
Thanks for the free engagement. Troll tears fuel my retirement. That troll earlier railed and bailed. I left him a link to the t-shirt. He never answered.
This section isn't used very much these days.
He ran off like a little bitch.
That's the one. Next one's not too far. Dead end, right down from Jake's. Right under that apartment they've been trying to sell. Good luck with that, right?
Alright, we gotta go down now. Down, down, down in Goblin Town.
I hope I'm as cool as Solomon Cohen.
You should be near the next junction box. And if those squatters never cleared out, I would suggest avoiding eye contact. It should be fine.
She put sugar and milk in it.
Another switch flipped, another lead to follow. And the lights in here just flickered too. The wiring is worse than I thought. I'm going to work on fixing that little issue while you find the next junction box. Looks like it's over near the Trade Authority. Okay, just find that and, maybe don't talk to anyone about it just yet.
All hail our benevolent overlords. That's such a... I'm going to take a screenshot of that. How do you do photo mode again? Photo mode. Because I want that as a... toggle menu. I'm going to take that for my own. That'll show up as a loading screen for me now. Oh, there's no new DLC, Barticus. This is just me
Okay.
having fun.
The final box I need you to deal with should be right around there. Unfortunately, I just realized you're in for a real tangle of cabling. Like 200 years of failed attempts to rewire things. I tried to fix it 3 years back and was crying by the second day. Gave up on the third. Anyway, there should be a series of secondary breakers you need to deal with before you can access the junction box. I don't remember the order, but flip levers until all those circuits are powered down.
Flip them until they're powered down. Oh shit, I didn't mean to pick that up. Those count as storage. Stolen! Hang on. I don't want stolen goods. I can't get rid of them. Well, the stream started with me going through the Unity and starting a brand new Starborn, so reborn.
Wow, you got it. Really well me at the monitoring station, near where we met.
Cool spacesuit. Gotta call someone's power kit going in.
I think I'm going the wrong way.
Did I say thank you? Because thank you. There's no way I could have done that in a reasonable amount of time all by myself.
Happy to help.
Well, not everyone would be, and I appreciate it. Thanks to your help, I was able to trace the power drain. I know where it's coming from. Unfortunately, the source is exactly where I was afraid it was. The Trade Authority. So, that's something that I'll need to deal with. That'll be fun. If you want to tag along, I certainly wouldn't complain, but if not, then this is where we part ways.
No, I am happy to go with you. Let's roll.
So thanks to you, we've got evidence that the Trade Authority is behind the power drain being reported down here. I don't know if you ever dealt with the Trade Authority, but Zoe is intimidating. I have to go in there, but I really don't want to. You think you'd be willing to go with me? Just make sure this doesn't go badly?
I've got your back.
Thanks. That means a lot. I can do the talking, I think. Just be ready for, well, anything.
Be ready for anything. This is where I want every game to do what Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 did, which is give me an option to auto follow NPCs so that I'm not doing this walking ahead or stutter walking to stay behind. That was one of the coolest features I've seen any game put into their game, was the auto follow NPC option. Just click a button and put your controller down and you just follow the NPC until you get there.
My partner and I, we're expecting. Wow. It won't be for a while.
Apex Electronics. I like the font, man. There's a mosquito in my bedroom.
My mother wanted me to be a doctor.
A visit from Mast. How delightful. You'll have to remind me of your name, dear. I'm afraid I can't keep track of all you little worker drones.
I'm Luisa Reyes. Well, you know that, because I've been in here 3 times.
Can't keep track of all you little worker drones.
Of course you are. And what was it you were accusing me of with absolutely no evidence?
The power drain is coming from your building, Zoe. You and I both know it.
Hi there.
And now I can prove it.
I'm sorry. What?
We traced the drain. Checked the grid. It led us here. You can't talk your way out of this.
I'm going to ask you to wait here a moment. I'll be right back.
Okay, just be ready for anything. I don't know if she's going to come out of there with a gun or call in mercenaries or what.
Copy that.
I don't want this to turn out violent if we can avoid it, okay?
Copy that.
Okay, you're probably right. Just need to breathe.
Just to be safe. I'm kidding.
Well, Miss Reyes, I apologize for not taking this matter more seriously. I assure you I will eagerly assist in getting to the bottom of this.
No, you're not weaseling out of this. We got to the bottom of it. You are the bottom.
I appreciate your enthusiasm for your work, but I do a little more research before casting aspersions. Someone has indeed been using this location through which to route electrical power. It is not the Trade Authority. I've had my suspicions for a while, and have been keeping detailed notes, which I'm happy to share with you. For now, though, what do we do next?
Wait, what?
Oh, for heaven's sake. I presume you've been assisting Miss Reyes in tracking down this little problem.
Mm-hmm.
Well, clearly there's more work to be done. Why don't you continue the work you've been doing with an assurance that the Trade Authority will compensate you for your time? I'll coordinate things here with Miss Reyes. With mass
Welcome aboard,
access to the
Tacoma.
grid, we'll find out who did this soon enough. And why. Presumably, you're the one who's been doing the field work, so I believe you'll find there's another junction box out there in the well that needs your attention.
Okay, well, this is not how I saw this going. For the moment, let's assume this is all legitimate. I can sort out the details with Zoe. So why don't you go investigate the next junction box? The sooner you find the source of all this, the sooner it can be over.
I'm looking through chat here real quick. Mute Gang says, I miss the atmosphere of Starfield, to be honest. Transcend says, it's a great game and very misunderstood when at that. I think that for me, and I mentioned that this morning during the stream, for me, I enjoy Bethesda games just like I enjoy games from many other studios. But Starfield, and this is my personal thing, right? Starfield for me is my favorite Bethesda game. And I ranked them this morning. I said for me it's like I got Starfield up here, I've got Oblivion after that, and then I've got like Fallout 4. I think would be the order of my favorite Bethesda games in order. And the reason I love this game, even because like for a long time I would have put like Oblivion at the top of that list. Because I just loved Oblivion. It's a way better game than Skyrim. Fight me. Fallout 4, great. I love the Fallout games. But this game, when it came along, it gave me all of the Bethesda RPG stuff that I love. And it's science fiction. So it had spaceships. It has spaceships. You can, fight space pirates. There's space combat. There's all those different types of ships you can get. There's ship building. There is base building. There's all the interior decorations you can do. There's all of the different cosmetics that you can get for your character above and beyond the weapon systems, like the weapons and the armor that you can get. There's all of the actual cosmetics for the game, and I think one of the coolest aspects is getting into the skill trees and the new game plus mode, where with the way the story works, you can go through and play all the quests of the game and everything else, and then get to the end of that and complete the storyline and come back and do it all again with variants. And that second time around, it's a little bit different, but your skills carry through. So the first time you go through the game, you might play as a soldier, and go that route. But then the next time you go through, you might want to go put points into like the physical line and go brawler, or maybe you want to go persuasion and do stuff there. And I love the fact that you can carry that experience with you. So as a Starborn, your character just keeps getting more and more powerful and more skilled as you go along. But the other thing that I really love about this is the complexity of the crafting system when you get into doing like the weapon mods and the suit mods and all that other stuff, because then that gets into, well, if you're going to level up weapon engineering, what do you need to do that? Like, and then once you have these, you're going down and looking at the crafting machines, the crafting stations, and realizing that you have to level up at the, in order to use the crafting stations, you're having to level up specific abilities in like the science and tech trees, right? And so if you really want to take advantage of the crafting system, you also have to be leveling up your tech and science stuff, which means that instead of going all in on combat, you actually have to back away from leveling up your combat and say, well, instead of leveling up combat abilities, I'm going to have to level up these things as well. There is a complexity here that goes beyond just your traditional Bethesda RPG. And I think for me, that's what has made this my favorite Bethesda game, because we do have, at the core of this is it's a Bethesda RPG. Like if you're used to the way they do their conversation systems,
Zoe really is
this
telling the
this
truth.
is comfortable, it's familiar, it's something that is comfort food for those of us who love Bethesda games. But then beyond that, you can go, okay, I've got ships, I've got weapons, I've got all this stuff I can do, and then we get into the powers, which are kind of, the powers is the one thing I will say that it's not like my favorite part of the game, because it does feel like, oh, Skyrim dragon shouts, you know what I mean? But it's just it's another level of the game. That's fine. But I do love, like right now I only have the one. Do I have two ships? Oh, I guess you do automatically get the Frontier when you start the game, even in New Game Plus mode. But the shipbuilding system in this game is also super fun to play around with, and I love being able to get a big ship and put all your crew onto the ship, and also have your crafting station on the ships, your crafting stations on the ship, I should say. So then you can have these really big ships, these really big freighters, where you've got your whole crew on there. So you've got like 6 NPCs, and they all have stats that contribute to the ship, and all your crafting stuff is there, so you don't have to like go to a home base. You can have your mobile base that goes with you, because like coming out of New Game Plus, you're obviously getting stuck with the Starborn Guardian, which doesn't have a lot of space on it, right? But being able to collect ships and stuff, we're at the beginning of a New Game Plus mode right now. So, all of the stuff I know and love about Bethesda games is here. All the RPG aspects are here. Is it a perfect game? No, it's not a perfect game. It's just, for me, it's a good game. No, there was no announcements, Joe. It's just I installed this the other day to do that video on Starfield shipbuilding versus the Corvette building in No Man's Sky, and then Hector's been playing it nonstop for the past couple weeks. Babylonia's been streaming it, and it was sitting here on my Xbox. And last night I was sitting here looking at it, going, I just, I've got some spare time right now. I just wrapped up some stuff. I was like, I wouldn't mind diving in and just playing some Starfield for a little bit. But this is not a full playthrough. It's nothing official. I'm just hopping in and having some fun and making some content and streaming a little bit. We did a little bit this morning. I'm doing a little bit tonight. Tomorrow I'm going to be back doing more Borderlands 4 in the morning. So this is just a brief little pit stop along the way. And I'm looking forward to, the base of what they built here. And this is the other part of one of the reasons I love this game, and it's my favorite game, is this right here. We can go to the star map. And can I go out? Yeah, system. This part of the game right here, right? So 1,000 planets, right? And I know the criticisms that the Bethesda haters have said. Oh, it's just empty planets, blah, 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 procedural generated, blah, 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 blah. They'll praise No Man's Sky with one breath, but then they'll shit all over this game with the next, and it's like they're the same games just doing it in slightly different ways. That the reason I think this is so cool is the fact that it gives them a ton of room to grow, because there's already the procedural POIs that you can find when you go out exploring. And if you're doing like the Radiant Quest system, going out and doing space battles against space pirates and taking out ships and finding the space captains and tracking down bandits on other planets and everything else, the game as it exists now already has a bunch of quests that send you all over the galaxy to dozens of planets. And we have already seen, like with the DLC, coming back now, we're visiting a different system. We have seen the creation store, adding all of these players coming in and adding all of their own content to the game, and then continued DLCs down the road that will continue to take advantage of these hundreds of different planets that we can go visit. The potential is what has, for me, makes me go, not only do I love the game as it exists, but the reason it's one of my favorite games from Bethesda is because of the fact that it has all of the things I love from Bethesda, plus it's sci-fi. I've got ship combat, I've got ship building, I've got base building, and I've got and I'm going to use air quotes here, an infinite sandbox to explore. Because I'm, however many years I've still got left in me, we can see this game continue to evolve. Because I'll see a lot of people will make a lot of comparisons between this game and No Man's Sky, and they'll say things like, yeah, but No Man's Sky, this, and this. And I always come back to, yeah, but No Man's Sky has been out for 9 years. Starfield's been out for 2. So if you can look at how all those different updates that No Man's Sky did, adding new content, new quests, new features. Bethesda has been doing that with Starfield since the game came out. We got the rover, we got interior decorations for ships, we got the survival system. We've continued to get new stuff through the creation store. We got the tracking quest, we got the bounty hunter quests. All of this stuff that has continued to be added to the game on top of what already exists. Plus, we've got a future DLC coming out. It's, I will happily take that accusation from people of, but you're just an idiot for loving Starfield. I don't care. Like, I really don't care. Like, it's a fun game. I like the game. Right, there's new features and content continually coming. Yeah, but that's no different than No Man's Sky Transcend. Like, No Man's Sky, because they do procedural, if you go look at those, yeah, they have procedural generated POIs. They're not empty. Same thing here. They're not empty. They're literally littered with POIs, but they can look a bit samey at times because it's procedural and there's some copy-paste elements to it. And, that aspect of it is the same across both because they're both using procedural. Yeah, but it doesn't matter if No Man's Sky content is free and Starfield's won't be. That doesn't matter. How a company monetizes their game has no impact whatsoever on the enjoyment of the game. I am happy to pay for content because I am happy to pay the developers for their time. I don't need the content to be free to find enjoyment of it. That's a false expectation that a lot of people have. Well, it's not good if it's not free. Well, make more money. That's really what I would say to that. Like, to me, it doesn't have to be free to be good. I am more than happy to pay for my coffee. Like, I have no problem paying for. I don't want free coffee. I'm happy to pay for my coffee. I'm happy to pay for my wine. I'm happy to pay for the things that I consume in life. So this addiction to free shit that some people have, you can't compare a small company like Hello Games with 50 employees to a massive corporation that is Bethesda with hundreds of employees. It's not the same thing. It's completely different corporate structure, completely different AAA versus indie. Not the same thing. those types of arguments are invalid because they don't take into consideration the different types of companies they are. And it also doesn't matter because those of us who enjoy the content are happy to pay for that content. I don't give a shit if it's free or not. It's good content regardless. Correct. There was also updates such as the Trackers Alliance was a free update. The Buggy, the Rev 8, those were free updates. So you also can't say that Starfield hasn't provided free updates. You can't say that Bethesda hasn't given free updates to people with Starfield as well. So, again, this just comes back to, for me personally, Starfield is my favorite Bethesda game of all time. And I will continue to love this game no matter how many people want to shit all over it, no matter how people come at me and accuse me of being a paid shill or that I love slop and all this other stuff. I just say, you know what? Don't care. My life, my fun, my money, piss off and go back to your Reddit cave. Light your little Todd Howard candles and cry about how, I can't believe Bethesda. And, like, it's kind of like, I will always love Larian Studios. I will always love CD Projekt Red. I will always love BioWare. I will always love X, Y, and Z. I'm always going to love Star Wars. I'm always going to love Star Trek. I'm always going to love Middle Earth. You cannot take those things away from me just because you're a bitter, grumpy person. Oh, I'm happy to defend it, United, because it's a counter to all the shit that gets put out on the internet and YouTube about how, what a horrible game Starfield is. And I'm over here going, no. Sorry. It's their most commercially successful game of all time, and it continues to draw in users. It's going to blow the... If and when it comes to the PlayStation Store, it's going to do some crazy stuff. It'll probably blow up the PlayStation Store when it happens. But again, it's not a perfect game. By no means is it perfect. I will joke, and if you've ever watched my streams or if you've caught any of my like TikTok shorts or Instagram shorts, I make fun of Bethesda jank all the time. Like anytime we're playing another game and an NPC like walks by and like turns its head and looks at me and it's in frame while I'm talking to another NPC, I immediately stop and chuckle and I'm like, wait, am I playing a Bethesda game? Because those kind of things, it's the jank we know and love from Bethesda titles. NPCs falling out of the sky and like spawning. Like those are things we know and love. It's just an experience, and if you love Bethesda games, then you're going to love those types of things. So I consider it part of the experience and part of the charm. And this is the perfect segue into why you should be following along for the live streams, because I'm live every single day on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and TikTok. Everything in between the streams happens on YouTube, so make sure to follow along there as well. There's a Discord, there's a Patreon, there's all the socials. Play lots of games. This is the day job. There's no such thing as a 10 out of 10 game. There's no such thing. It doesn't exist. Because here's the thing. Your 10 out of 10 is not my 10 out of 10. And my 1 out of 10 is not your 1 out of 10. That's why I don't rate games. I review games, but I don't rate games. There are some games that I would consider, Red Dead Redemption 2, Cyberpunk 2077, The Witcher 3, Baldur's Gate 3. Those are games that I would put up there as like some of the greatest cinematic narrative games of all time, which is different than like an RPG. Yeah, those would be up there. I always go back to like Red Dead Redemption 2 as like one of those games that is, I would argue, as close to perfect as you can get, while also understanding that there is subjective opinions about whether or not it's a great game or not. Because there are elements of that game that I like. I hate the swamp shit. Like, I hate when you get to Denis, and I hate that part of the game. Or Tahiti. Like, the island is like the worst part of the game, probably, actually, to be honest with you. But the rest of the game is awesome. And oh no, I think that as an example, United, like, I will absolutely 100% agree that Bethesda needs to move away from the overuse of like zones and doors, the infamous loading screens that people complain about. But if you're on the modern system, or like I am playing on the Xbox Series X, the loading times are non-existent. It's like an instant and you're there. Like, it takes 2 seconds to load. Not only that, but like the screenshots you take are part of the loading screen. So I get to look at the cool screenshots I take throughout the game. But I'll be the first to admit that I would love Bethesda to move away from the zone-based building that they've done and move to an open world system similar to like what they have with Red Dead Redemption 2 or Cyberpunk 2077. But it doesn't take away from my enjoyment that they have continued to use the system that they have, because it works for them. It's a system that works, and it doesn't have to be perfect. That's the thing. Like, we were talking about this morning about the POV discussion and the FPS discussion. Like, none of that matters if you just love the game and have fun with the game. So, you know, I would love to see an open world system. I think that would be really cool. But at the same time, the loading screens don't really bother me because it's an nearly instantaneous load. It's not that big of a deal. And for the most part, like, I can have long game sessions where there are no loading screens at all. And then there's other times when there's several of them back to back, but it doesn't really matter if you're on a modern system. Now, if you're running on a potato and it's taking 45 seconds to 90 seconds to load every single time you open a door, that could be a frustrating experience, and I will happily admit that. But at the same time, if you're playing on a potato machine that is taking 90 seconds to load a zone, that's kind of a you problem, not a game problem. They should optimize the game. No, you need to optimize your shit. Like, maybe upgrade your gear a little bit. Like, it's one of those things. So, you know, but I think open world 2, it leads to its own issues with optimization, and it's easier to optimize things the way they've done it with zone-based stuff. But it's one of those things. It doesn't really matter to me long term. It's just a wish list.
Once you throw the switch, we can direct you to the next junction box.
Especially if you allow me to take my own screenshots. I'm never going to complain about loading screens because I take good screenshots.
That's it, thanks. Let's just take a look here. Okay, you're going to want to head for box 45A. It should be near Apex Electronics. You can't possibly be serious. Are you looking at the same diagram I am? 47B is obviously the next one. It's on the same level. Zoe, I know how to read. Ignore her. Head for box 45A, okay? I appreciate that you've listened to reason. The junction box should be just nearby. We'll have this solved in short order. Adequately done. Miss Reyes and I have both noted that the next node in this trace is not on any of the current diagrams. She means it's not in the well. It's somewhere on the surface, which technically means it's not my responsibility. However, we agreed that we all like to see this through. If you head topside, I'll pull up the diagrams we need.
Oh, I could feel that espresso kicking in finally. That second one was the one that did the trick. The first one wasn't enough, but the one Chris brought me, I'm feeling good now. Cyber Viking says, glad to see you playing this underrated game. I loved it. I'm a diehard Bethesda fan. Wouldn't say it's one of my favorites. I like Skyrim and Fallout.
Whatever you find at the end of this path, you bring it to
Borderlands
me first.
4 is a
I'll
good
be certain
game.
that Mast gets what it needs, but I trade in valuable information. I suspect you're going to find some. I guarantee you the Trade Authority will pay well. Consider that as you head towards the residential district. We can't pinpoint the source yet, but it's somewhere over there.
The Chunks spokeswoman said, holiday chunks require special ingredients we can only get during that magical time of year.
I do not know why my TikTok chat is not coming through my Streamlabs. What's up with that? But anyway, Cyberbanking, thanks for the, I don't know how that stuff works over on TikTok. The roses and diamonds and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm new to the TikTok streaming. Also kick streaming, because those are just things I added last week. Anyway. It's not Deeks. I think the only people who really consider it to be underrated are the people who burn candles in Todd Howard's name type people, or the people who make videos with titles that say things like, this is insane, every single time they talk about Bethesda, or people who follow those types of YouTubers. Everybody else knows that it's a great game, and it's their most commercially successful title. Misunderstood misunderstood, I would say, because there are a lot of people who have listened to those big content creators, and they think that Starfield is a bad game because they've been told that it is. But that's insane, right?
I'll check in once you flip the switch.
That's insane! No one would ever do that.
Starware updates mandatory now.
Not a chance.
It might just be my company. The newer versions are always so buggy, though. Give me your honest opinion. Do you think I can make it in the CEC?
You can make it, sure. Surviving it is another story.
Well, I did ask for honesty. No, really, that's how you pronounce it. I've been saying it wrong this whole time.
Really?
Seriously. Now I want to look up every word in the dictionary to make sure this doesn't happen again.
Well, that's unexpected. Powering down that junction doesn't show any other connections. Clearly, the source must be inside that residential tower. Yeah, that would make sense. You know, I think I remember seeing a report about power problems on one of the upper floors. I bet it's related. See if you can get up there.
Up, up, and away. Oh, yeah. Rated. Yeah, it's... It's the funniest thing, because his repertoire is extremely limited these days. That's the only thing he does. Almost every single video he produces literally will say, "That's insane! I can't believe it!" Blah! Yeah, Josh Drive Hayes talked about it in that video we reacted to about a week ago or so. People... Those types of content creators are basically glorified man-children who are literally just creating content that stirs up controversy because it makes a shitload of money. So, if you notice, anytime that I do a controversial video on YouTube, those videos will get 15, 20,000 views, right? I don't do them very often because I prefer to just play games and talk about normal stuff, and as a result my traffic is very moderate. I make a comfortable living, but I'm not you know, making tens of thousands of dollars every single month. But I just don't feel the need to be a man-child on the internet. It is really easy to make rage bait clickbait. It is really easy to do it. Because all I would really have to do is look at the guy who burns candles in Todd Howard's name and the guy who makes the "this is insane" thumbnail. I could literally just copy their topics every single day. And also, like, what's the guy who Nerdrotic, I think is his name, is another guy who just, some of these guys, that's all they do is they just make rage bait content. It's so easy to do. If I really wanted to make money, I could start making content about how, you know, Disney sucks, Star Wars sucks. We could talk about Jimmy Kimmel and censorship and political stuff, and I could be raking in $50,000 a month. You know, it's not hard to make money through YouTube and streaming if you just stick to those topics. Trying to only do games is very difficult because you're not being controversial. And you're just being here for good times and vibes. And it's a very small audience who want to be here for the good times and vibes. Most people want to be outraged about something. They want to feel like, you know, that outrage that they have inside is being justified, that there's other people that hate things as much as I do. I don't have any digipicks. So can I not get into that apartment at the moment? Hang on. Never mind. I'm waiting on a call from the insurance, and that was not them, so. Yes, there's enough bad stuff going on in the real world. I don't want to have to deal with it. Get down there. Yeah, but I can't get into the apartment.
The Sun Systems News Network. News you can trust.
I haven't watched it yet. I have not watched the Wolverine trailer. I know it's available, but I have not watched it. I'm not really, you know, I may not even do a reaction video to it. It's a year away. I'm just kind of like, you know. Yes, they could not fix my PS5. They said it was unrepairable. So they contacted me in an email yesterday and said they were going to reimburse me for the purchase price via a digital wallet. They said they were going to contact me in the next 48 hours, so I'm waiting to hear back from them. I don't know if they're going to call or if they're just going to email me. The email just literally said, we'll be in touch in the next 48 hours, and after that you'll have 8 days to activate your digital wallet before the funds become unavailable. So I'm just waiting to hear back from them because I don't know. I've never dealt with a digital wallet before. So I'm just waiting for them to tell me how to access my funds. Well, I'm going to have to get some digipics, I guess, to be able to get into that apartment. Who sells digipics?
Celebrate 10 years together. Oh my god, congratulations!
Looks like digipics are the only way to get into that apartment. I'm gonna have to buy some digipics, I think. Who has digipics, I wonder? Let's start with Jemison Mercantile.
There's a bit more in the back if you're not seeing something on display. Hi there! Thanks for stopping in. I can take care of transactions.
Do you have
please,
digipics?
take a look.
I think those are under miscellaneous. You have 3 of them. Hopefully that's enough.
Thanks for coming in.
That your ship that landed not too long ago?
Yeah, the funniest part about the people who try to analyze the game industry is that none of those people actually work in the game industry. Yeah, you don't get to analyze something when you lack an education on those things. We talked about this the other day. Like, you're not allowed to analyze the dental industry unless you're a dentist. You're not allowed to analyze the stock market unless you're someone who is intimately familiar with Wall Street and finance. You're not allowed to analyze NASA unless you are an astrophysicist. Like, I'm sorry, you don't get to analyze the gaming industry unless you work in the gaming industry. If you are just a consumer and nothing but a consumer, shut the frack up. End of story. Alright, I gotta remember how this works. I'm definitely getting a UPS Transcend. Now that I know about those, I didn't know about those before. But now that I know about them, I'm definitely going to buy one. There's 2. All right. Program status paused. Slicing progression. Keep the damn door locked. Yeah, I had never even heard of a UPS before. Neither had my brother. Like, we're both familiar with generators, but we had never heard of a UPS before. Yeah, you probably should get it for your CPAP, Deeks. For sure. Oh, I mean, we get power outages all the time. Like, it's nonstop. Every month our power goes out probably 4 or 5 times. It's at least once a week. It's worse during the summer months, but just like 3 days ago, I was working. It was like 10 o'clock in the afternoon, 10 o'clock in the morning. Power randomly went out for like 90 seconds and then came back. And it's usually somewhere in town. They flipped a switch to like, you know, or a breaker went out and then it came back. Like, it's just, we live in the boonies, and it's an old power grid, and it is what it is. Like, when we lived in the city, we never had power outages, but since we live in the boonies, it's just something we have to deal with. It's nonstop. And I have dedicated circuit breakers for the office, and I have surge protectors for all the equipment. Whatever happened to the PlayStation was not any of those things. It was the PlayStation 5 goes into rest mode, and when it's in rest mode, it's not actually turned off, and it just kept over. And I mean, it probably in a year and a half, it probably got unplugged
Our whole office is getting moved to
100 times, and I guess the last time just something internally went and fried, and yep. So the problem is going to be, even if I get a UPS device, the power still goes out at night sometimes, and I won't know about it. So if the power goes out at night, so one of the things I'm going to have to do when I get the replacement PS5 is just stop using rest mode. I'm just going to have to physically turn it off every time I'm finished using it, and the UPS will be great for when I'm actively streaming a game on the PS5, because anybody who's been here long term with my streams, you've been here when the power has gone off during one of my streams, right? It's something that happens. But like, the UPS is going to be useful for those times when I am actively streaming to help avoid the damage. But what I'm going to do to avoid passive damage to the PS5 is going to be to just turn it off every time I finish using it. So I'm just not going to use rest mode. The Xbox rest mode is different. When the Xbox goes into rest mode, it's actually turned off. The machine is off. But the PS5 is a weird, I don't know.
The data? So you tracked it down.
I am grumpy about
You've
it,
got
though.
something to show for it?
I mean, it's great that the insurance is supposedly, they appear to be covering it. I'm still waiting to hear back from them. But at the same time, it's like, it's very annoying to have something that is a year and a half old to have gone out, because my PS4 is how many years old? 9 years old, something like that, and it's still going. Like, and I used rest mode for that thing its whole life cycle. And I bought that in 2017. So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. It's 8 years old.
Great. I'll get this back to Mass
I just think the PS5 is more poorly built.
I know Zoe probably made you an offer.
Got put together during the
I appreciate that you
pandemic.
didn't take it. And I'm really glad we got to work together on this.
Just enough of a computer to be a problem. Pretty much.
So, looks like maybe someone thought they could hack into Galabank's system. In fact, looks like maybe they did. Still want to claim you had nothing to do with this, Zoe?
My dear, Why in the world would I want to break the law? And Galbank, no less. I do quite enough business with them as it is.
All right. Well, I'll have some people look over this. Maybe they'll be in touch.
Borderlands 4 is great, Deeks. We'll be streaming that again tomorrow morning.
If there's
Got
something you need, no
got
matter
to try to
what
beat
is,
it before
I have it.
next Monday. Speak with Kelton Frush. Kelton. Yeah, I've been starting to I've had a couple of
I'll miss New Atlantis when Tony and I leave.
so I've always had sinus issues. I have a nasally voice, I'm sure some people have told. Some of that is just years and years of smoking. I don't actively smoke anymore, but I did smoke for many years, and I had congestive lung failure when I was 22. And I snore, and I have problems breathing sometimes at night. And I've never had like sleep apnea issues until recently. This last year once, and then this year about 2 months ago. I was like, Chris was with me. Sometimes we sleep in the same room, sometimes we don't. She was in here in the office sleeping with me because it was hot out in the other room. And I went to bed, and she said she heard it happen. Like, I was snoring, and then she said it just stopped. And then there was nothing for like 90 seconds. And then all of a sudden, I came out of a deep sleep and was like choking, like, and I came out of it and was like gasping for air, and then like and then I started coughing, and like it was this full-on thing where it brought me out of a complete deep sleep. What's up? No, I was telling you about the time when I was sleeping. Chris just came in because she heard me reenacting. She's like, "Are you okay?" But that was like my first big. I've had a couple of times when I've woken up from like in the middle of the night where I can tell I've had like, because I'll be like short of breath and like like that. But that was the first time where it was like I definitely had like 90 seconds where I didn't take a breath, and she was awake for it, and then I came out of my sleep gasping for air, and then had like a choking cough for like 5 minutes after that, and it was very unpleasant. But I had also that night had when I went to bed that night, I had some like watermelon, and then just my normal like glass of tequila before I went to bed. And when I did that, when I came out of it, I had like that nasty bile in your throat. So I don't know how much of it was actually sleep apnea, or if it was just like the fermented watermelon and tequila had like some sort of acid reflex had like come up, hit my esophagus, and then I had like stopped breathing, and then like went to go take a breath, and it was like and all that was right there, because it was not pleasant at all. And I was like, well, shit. Yeah, like GERD type stuff. It was not fun.
Huh. Well, isn't this a pleasant surprise?
Old age.
I hadn't expected to run into you again.
I probably should do a sleep study and see. The big thing for me is I have horrible insomnia. And some of that is probably just related to, I drink a lot of coffee. Like, I do drink copious amounts to do what I do. I drink probably, it's definitely, I'm way down from my coffee consumption a couple years ago, because I have had issues with I have a sliding hiatal hernia, And it has not flared up in a couple of years. The last flare up, I had to quit drinking coffee for like 3 months. It
I
was
don't mean to
not
be
fun.
rude, but the
But
sooner I can analyze that data.
oh, stop
the better.
talking, buddy. He's all cranky. He's barking at me. GERD stuff is no fun. But I'd be willing to bet that a lot of my insomnia issues are just because I drink way too much coffee. Because I drink probably I drink 6 to 8 cups of coffee a day and espressos.
Indeed, I am. The success of my previous venture,
I do try not
with
to drink
which
any
you so
after like
kindly assisted,
I had one at
has
5
been brought
o'clock.
to the attention of Mast.
That'll be the last one.
There is growing concern. Oh my.
Usually about 5,
Bit
4 or
of
5
an
is the latest I'll have one.
pun, isn't it? Well, concern that things are going to get worse. The data we gathered points to a definitive trend. The vibrations coming from this tree are increasing in strength and frequency.
But I have a really bad habit of
because we've never seen this
or
before.
just a problem of like if I go to
not on
sleep,
this scale,
doesn't matter if
we
it's 8 or 9
have
o'clock, whenever it
absolutely
is.
no idea what the upper limit is.
As
We
soon
don't
as I
know
wake
when
up
or
to go
even
like pee
if
or something,
this
or
will
like
stop.
whenever if
It's
I wake up in the
imperceptible by
middle of the
normal
night
human standards now,
to
but
go to the bathroom or for anything,
time.
1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3
while I
o'clock, whatever.
hesitate to
Once I wake
speculate
up,
on the
I'm up.
possibilities,
What's up?
well, none of them are good.
Where's the other bottle? I couldn't find it. I thought you took it outside for the chickens. And that's the biggest problem for me is like waking up in the middle of the night and then I can't get back to sleep because I'm just awake at that point. And then it's like it doesn't matter if it's 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, or whenever it is. If I wake up at any point in the night, I just can't get back to sleep, and it is really, really, really. I hate it so bad. I just want to be able to go to sleep and sleep all night. And I have not. I don't think I've had. I might get 1 or 2 nights a month.
You do recall that this is something of a time-sensitive matter, don't you?
If I have a drink before I go to bed, I will sleep pretty well. But then, if the problem is if I have a drink before I go to bed, then I have to get up and go pee. You know, so it's like I try not to have drinks before, because I will. Yeah, if I have a tequila or a glass of wine or something, you know. But then I have to go take a pee at 1 o'clock or whatever, and then there's the issue with sugar. So like the alcohol has sugar in it, so that sometimes will wake me up. And the only thing that I've found that works really well for me is valerian root works really good. But then you start getting tolerant to it, and you have to take more and more. And then also just good old ganja. But the problem is that I can't get access to gummies or any sort of edibles where I live. So the only form is to partake of the old puff puff pass. And as much as I love it, the problem is that starts to irritate my throat. And then I start to, I talk for a living, so I try not to do that too much.
Yes, and not just humans. All organic life will be.
It's called
affected.
life, guys. This is
Low
what we talk
frequency
about. This is the
vibrations are not
geriatric
uncommon in the
Starfield stream.
species. The vibrations help disperse nutrients throughout the tree. However, normally the vibrations are imperceptible. If the vibrations continue to increase in frequency
Welcome
and strength,
to the
prolonged
geriatric
exposure could lead to
stream, where we're talking
harmful
about
and potentially
medication,
deadly side effects.
ways to
It's
stay
imperative
young,
that we find a way to correct
supple.
this. There is data regarding other, younger members of the species. Unfortunately, there are some, shall we say, personal issues with acquiring it. Personnel issues, if you understand me.
Let me guess, coworker and jilted lover?
What? No, that is ridiculous. I am a professional. One of the other researchers in MAST, Emilio Hadek, has research I believe could be vital to my work here. He and I don't see eye to eye, and so far he's refused to turn it over to me. I'm hoping that if someone else were to ask, he might be more inclined to relinquish it. What do you say?
Hang on, I gotta fix the lighting on the other camera. Forgot to set it up earlier. Oh, that looks great. Whee! Alright, get my fat ass for a little while. Rrrg. Don't worry, I'll open his eyes to the importance of science.
That would be a miracle. Emilio may work for MAST, but he's not much of a scientist. I dare say you're 10 times the scientist he's ever been. In any case, whether you open his eyes or not, I need that data. The last I saw of Emilio, he was collecting samples in the field. He shouldn't be hard to find. Good luck, friend. That data is vitally important, and I'm confident that you'll be able to retrieve it.
Yeah, I have some pretty intense dreams stuff. So I actually used to keep, I don't do it anymore because I'm not actively writing for a living. But back when I was writing for a living, I used to keep dream journals. So I have crazy, I already have an overactive imagination. Then watching science fiction and fantasy TV shows and films and weird video games and all this other stuff, like I have some crazy weird dreams, and the dream journals were great because I would estimate probably about 80% of the stuff I sold as a science fiction and fantasy writer was stuff that came from the dream journals. And sometimes you come out of it and you're just going to get a couple of sentences, maybe a paragraph or two. And then other times you'll come out of this and you'll have like this full-on like 3-page outline of something. It's a blessing and a curse, for sure.
Mind your step. Important research happening here. Could you stand a little to the left? I think you're blocking my readings.
Need some research data on trees.
Trees? I see what's going on here. You're working with Kelton, aren't you? Nice try, but it's not happening. No. No way. Kelton is actively ruining my career. There's no chance that I'm helping him with anything. Whatever this thing is he's on about, he's just doing it to make himself look good with the higher-ups. I'm not helping him with that.
I know how you feel. It's all frustrating for you, but you need to do the right thing here. It'll be cathartic.
Yeah, that's all very touching. But cathartic or not, my career would still be in flames. He really won't let this go, will he? Maybe I can make this work in my favor. Okay, you know what? I'll hand over the data. But I'm only going to do so after you've helped me secure a better position in MAST.
What do you want me to do?
Oh, don't worry. You're just going to erase some files for me. Make sure I look good next time promotions get passed around.
Sure, why not?
Wait, really? Wow. Okay. Okay. I've gotten a few bad performance evaluations in the last couple of years. Totally unjustified, incredibly unfair. I found a backdoor into the MAST network so I could make some changes to my personnel file. But it turns out the chief engineer knows what she's doing. The only way to get access is from the terminal in her apartment, which is kind of locked.
How about you just give me Kelton's data now and we skip the rest?
Sorry, that's not on the table.
Any corroborating data from the other individuals of the same species, even the smallest sapling, will help.
Someone else can spend time examining shrubs then. Not my problem.
Damn, yeah, I lost that.
I don't want to cause problems, really.
Oh, I cannot believe I won.
Okay, look. Just hear me out, all right?
I went with the 5
I really need this to happen. If you do this for me, I can make it worth your while. You delete that data.
Terramana is surprisingly not a bad
salary.
tequila.
I can compensate you.
When he first launched that line, I tried both of the
bonus.
The
First,
reposado and
you
the
need to get
normal,
into the chief engineer's apartment.
they were good. Like, I was surprised. Like, it's not a bad tequila. It's not my favorite tequila, but it's Terramana is not a bad tequila. Like, normally celebrity lines of like tequilas and vodkas aren't necessarily that good. That one actually is.
Fine, fine, you win. Just get out of my sight. And tell Kelton to stuff it.
Ever wonder how the Crimson Fleet seems to be everywhere? It's because they have little outposts everywhere. There were so many
Herradura
facilities abandoned.
is really good. Don Julio's is really, really good. Both of those two would go up there at the top of my list. The Anejos, which are not cheap, those are going to be $50 to $60 a bottle, aged. But man, oh, those are sipping tequilas. Those are not mixing tequilas. Those are, you don't need ice or anything. You just straight into a tumbler and just enjoy it neat. Yeah, either Don Julio or Herradura. Both of those I would highly recommend. The Anejo. Really, really good stuff. But, you know, it's going to be like buying a bottle of, 12-year-old or 15-year-old scotch. It's going to cost you $50, $60. But I'm telling you, there is, if you like scotch and cigars or bourbon and cigars or cigars and good liquor, like, it's, man, a good tequila with a cigar is just about one of the simple pleasures in life.
If we keep running into each other like this, you might as well be put on the masked payroll. I hope you have the data. It's really quite crucial.
Got it right here. That Emiliano is a piece of work.
That he is. I'm sorry that you had to put up with him, but this data is vital. I'm sorry if this was complicated. I'd prefer to remain unaware of the details in the event that it comes up later, particularly in a legal setting. And I suppose I'd better verify the data to make sure Emilio didn't double-cross me. But you have once again come through for me. I'm truly hoping that this is the last piece I need to figure out what we can do.
I'm just doing my part.
And I appreciate it. Thank you for your assistance.
I think I have now officially cleared all of the activities that I had. I still need to check on him later. But I don't have any other... What do we have here? No, those are the ones that are done. Yeah. I'm a big Scotch fan. The problem is, Scotch is a very expensive habit. I was spending upwards of $500 a month when we were living in Mexico City. It was that got to be an expensive habit. Yep, there's a full playlist of Death Stranding 2 on YouTube. Defense research. I think wine is still my favorite go-to. Like, I love good wine, and I just like drinking wine. A good, glass or two in the evenings is or with the lunch. I love wine of all colors. I'm not picky. I just like good wine. But single malt is just, and I love the island whiskeys with that smoky peat flavor. Like Talisker is really good. Arbor, I forget what the one's called. That one's way more expensive. That's a couple $100 a bottle. But like Glenfiddich, 12 to 15 year, you can, a good set. It just depends on the deals you can get for $50 to $80. You can get a good bottle of the 12 to 15s. Tullamore Dew is pretty good. I think Tullamore Dew is an Irish. I can't remember. Macallan. There's some really good single malt stuff out there. Man, that's a dangerous and addictive and really expensive habit to get into, and it's so tasty, but man, oh man.
I hope you're not here to report something. If you are, it means you've seen far too much.
Yeah, Chris and I went off, when we were living in the city, we were, it was enjoying all the finer things in life, and so good cigars and good whiskey, and next thing you know, you're spending $1,000 a month on, because cigars aren't cheap either, and you're smoking.
The fewer people there are thinking about each
3 or 4 cigars a week, and each cigar is about $30 a pop, $50 a pop, and then you're getting $50 bottles of whiskey, and good shit in life ain't for free, man. Cost money. Whoever says money can't buy happiness is full of shit.
You are, of course, welcome at any time here in Mast. Same as anyone. Just be aware that you are being monitored.
I was asked by UC Security to pick something up.
Ah, right. You're Sergeant Yumi's recruit. You're taller than I expected.
So the nice thing about living in the middle of nowhere is there's no smoke shops where we live. So I have no tobacco stores where I live, and good whiskey is hard to get where I live. So it's helped me curb the habits and the expenses. Oh yeah, good lighters and cutters, and I'm a big fan of matches as opposed to lighters. I like matches. But the nice thing about here is I can get my hands on good Cubans, and that's something that's a little harder. Like my brother, usually when I go up and visit, I'll take a bunch of Cubans up because he likes good cigars, but he can't get access to Cubans. So it's nice to be able to take a peace offering up and be like, here, man, here's $300, $400 worth of cigars. Enjoy.
Oh, it wasn't a compliment. Just an observation. In any case, let me fill you in. We have a dead drop that we think has been compromised. So I'd like someone from...
I just like those really long cigar lighters, or cigar
take the package back to Sergeant
matches.
Yumi, and he'll check it in as evidence before it gets routed back to
There is a
Regis.
mosquito flying around here that I'm going to have to kill before I go to bed tonight. Alright, just tell me where to pick it up, sir.
Take the Nat to the spaceport. There should be a Galbank ATM right next to the station. The package is taped under one of the benches. Grab it and deliver it to Sergeant Yumi, and the job's done. Good luck with the mission.
Hi.
I do not know why the EverQuest music is in my head all of a sudden.
Welcome to Mast. If you have an appointment, you may proceed inside.
Do not know where I'm going. Oh, I'm jumping down and over.
And to uphold the values of the Vanguard, honor, loyalty, self-reliance in all your...
Self-reliance.
How's the investigation going? Still have questions?
Got your
Go ahead
package.
now. Nicely done. It's really hard to find good help these days. That being said, my luck seems to be turning around. We've gotten a lot of new personnel as of late, not just you. Who knew all I had to do was put up a sign?
Well, wouldn't make a habit of recruiting people off the street.
Well, I have you now, so I probably won't hire another person for a while. Anyway, here's your payment. And if I have any more work for you, I'll let you know.
Does he actually ever have any additional work? I don't know that I've ever actually had him offer me more jobs. Does he have any things to sell to me?
If it isn't my fit, I've got nothing at the moment. Take care.
Be careful if you run into those ecliptic jerks. They fly around like they own. Seems like the Crimson Fleet is everywhere these days, spreading like a virus through the settled systems. They like to set up shop.
Alright, see you, Deeks. I probably should have stored the artifacts back at the base. I didn't think about that. Let me land back down. I did not think about that. Actually, I should put these up in my room, not down in the... You know, interestingly enough, there's no one in the lodge this time. Like, nobody's here. I have the lodge key, but like... Nobody's here. Quest items cannot be removed from your inventory. Well, poodoo. Because the first version of the New Game Plus that I did, they were all still here and they were like all shocked to see me. And this time I showed up and there's no one here. So I'm not sure what's up with that.
restart collective space. Hold while we scan your ship. You're good to go. Have a nice time in Aquila City.
Yeah, I don't know. Could be bugged, or could just be that's this version of the world. I have no idea. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I need to purchase my buggy. Let me go do that now.
Flight is about 2 hours out. You'll have a tech free?
That's not a problem. And you're springing for the new reactor? It's still under manufacturer's warranty.
Yes. Can I get an invoice?
What you need one of those for?
Corporate policy.
Is it okay if I just write it on a notepad?
As long as it's written and signed, it could be on a loaf of bread. It's pretty dangerous out in space these days.
Whoa! Now that is a ship!
It is indeed, and I need to kill this mosquito, and he ran away again.
So, this ship of yours, does it take standard, you know what? Okay, no problem.
I need a Rev A. 25,000 credits! Jesus!
Okay, no problem. Okay, no problem.
How do I custom... Oh, here we go. Bring it all down to black for the moment. And then I'll adjust it from here. So this is a... That's the front? Or just the springs? Okay, that we could probably keep black. This is the back end. Keep that black. The front. Now, to be honest with you, I kind of dig that right there. And then put the back end in black. There we go. I dig it. What's up? What's up, Wasabi?
Hold it. By order of Marshal Daniel Blake, I need to inform you we've got some trouble at Gal Bank. Folks might be in danger, so you may want to steer clear.
I'm guessing it's a bank robbery that went sideways and now they've got hostages?
Good guess. That's pretty much exactly right. You didn't hear this from me, but things aren't going great. The Marshal could probably use a hand.
You know what? It takes so much to level when you get up to this rank. Like, I would love to start putting points into persuasion. My first playthrough's, yes, definitely a loot goblin. I'm ignoring it right now.
You planning to tell me your demands at some point?
You find someone we can trust and maybe we will.
Like who?
Not you, not one of your rangers, and not these
Rangers
What the hell am I supposed to do with that?
What's up, buddy? You can use me. I'll help.
You need to stand back now.
Sounds like you could use some help.
I don't mean to be rude, but I don't know you. Now please, stand back.
Our lives at stake. Let me help.
I wish I could say you were wrong, but I'm backed into a corner here. Some folks from the Shaw gang tried to rob the place, but they got spotted by a guard. They took everyone inside hostage, and now they're keeping a watch so we can't move against them. They're using the intercom to communicate.
The Shaw gang?
It's a big group that hides outside the city and runs smuggling jobs off-world. They take in all kinds, rookies and veterans alike.
I bet they do.
Judging by their lack of preparation, I'd say this particular group is green as hell. Probably their first attempt at heist. That should work in our favor. Right about now, they're probably wishing they'd just stayed home.
They made some demands?
They won't talk to me. Say they don't trust the badge. They want a neutral negotiator. In other words, they didn't have a plan for this, so they're stalling while they come up with one.
I could talk some sense into them.
All right, I'm willing to allow that. But a few things first. Say what you have to, but whatever they ask for, there's no way in hell
Just
I'm
do some
giving
jumping
it to
jacks, Transcend.
Also, there are
Just
lives
push-ups,
at
do some
stake,
squats.
So don't
Get
get
the blood
cavalier.
pumping.
Find out what they want, and then report back to me. Hey, you in the bank. I'm sending
think it
in a
was,
negotiator, so don't shoot.
Hands where I can see him, and don't try nothing.
Don't try nothing. I think it was Lucy Liu said when they were filming Elemental, or what? No, was it called Elemental? It wasn't called Elemental. Elementary, sorry. It's a network show, and it was horribly long hours. And she was saying, in order to stay awake, she would drop and do 100 bodyweight squats anytime she would start to feel sleepy. And I was like, that is intense, because I'm like right now I'm out of shape. I can do, like, because of my physical therapy stuff, I can do when I'm feeling good, when my legs feeling good, like I could do 50 body weights. But by the time I get to 50 body weight squats, I'm starting to pant. I don't know that I could do 100 right now, not being in shape. And even when you're in shape, like 100 body weight squats, by the time you're done, it burns. You're puffing and huffing, but it'll wake you up. My normal routine when I go take a break, when I go outside, like, which I should do more of, is I'll drop and do 25 push-ups, I'll do 25 squats, and then I'll do 25 jumping jacks. It's a very quick 90 seconds of cardio, just enough to get the blood pumping. I usually, when I go out for like a cup of coffee or a bio or anything, when I take my breaks, that's pretty much always what happens. It's just drop and get me 25, because it's very quick, 25, 25, 25. And you're back in it. You do that 3 or 4 times a day, you're getting in 100 push-ups, 100 squats, 100 jumping jacks. And then like once a week, twice a week, I go to the park. Today was park day, so I went to the park. I do 100 lunges. I do, I'm working on getting back into my pre-fall shape, which is still, I'm a long way away from that. But like starting to do pull-ups again, and this morning I was able to do 8 pull-ups before I had to stop and take a break. And I do 3 different, so you do wide stance, pull-ups, and then chin-ups. I'm doing 10 of each on the first round, and then I come back and I do another 2 to 3 of each until failure. About 6-8 weeks ago when I first started, I hadn't done pull-ups in like a year, and I could only do 3. So the progress goes pretty quick once you start getting into it, because I went from 3 to being able to do 8, and then still get to 10, and then do 13 in total. So it's just, I'd like to get back to, I don't know if I'll be able to, I'm getting older now too, but being able to do like 20 unassisted pull-ups, start to finish with no breaks, is a really good thing to shoot for. That is really hard to do. 10, I can get to 10 pretty easy. Give me 2 months and I can get to 10. I'm almost there. I'm almost to 10 unassisted, but getting to 20 is, it takes a bit. But I'll tell you what, I put on, you guys don't see it much because you're only ever seeing me from the chest end. I put on a paunch over the last year from not being able to do anything because of the leg injury. It is really annoying because I have to sit down to put my shoes on now. I used to be able to just put on my shoes, and now I'm like, if I bend over, I've got this gut that's just hanging there, and it's like, oh, eh. The Renfail workout series, early thoughts after 20 hours, final review. I've thought about that, to be honest with you, because there's an aspect of accountability when you put it on screen. But I don't need nobody to see that. Hairy old man boobs. Nobody needs to be subjected to that. On that note, I'm 3 hours in, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up, go make some dinner, cut some shorts out for TikTok and Instagram, see what the girls are up to, because they both took a 2-hour nap this afternoon. I'm willing to bet that my niece, our grandniece, is not going to go to bed early tonight. I bet she's going to keep Chris up until 10 o'clock. Tomorrow morning, we'll be back. Probably more Borderlands 4 tomorrow morning, because I want to get finished up with that main campaign. And then we'll see where we go from there. I've got some more stuff I want to do in No Man's Sky, some more Starfield, probably plunking around. The big thing is going to be Aliens. The new Aliens game comes out on the 29th, which is next Monday. So about a week from now. If you didn't get a chance, I put the final episode review of Alien Earth. Went out today. And I'm going to clip that I'm going to clip that video out from earlier, the discussion on my favorite Starfield. Starfield is my favorite Bethesda game. I'm going to go clip that out right now and get that out on YouTube, and then make a short. That'll be my next hour of work, so while I'm cooking dinner. See you guys later.